Everything is working. It looks to be good. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another gameplay through this. If you have been watching the stream, there has been some horrible things happening with the game. It wasn't running. It was great, and we had to move it off from the slow drive onto a new drive. Now it's working. Let's go and see if it runs a little bit better. Yep, we are going to continue this. I believe we're up to doing the Forbidden Forest. So hopefully we can get stuck into this and go do it. I've been doing quite a bit of exploring, seeing what I can find, as you can see. But I've left side quests and stuff like that for us to play. Alright, so let's have a look. I'm going to start off with... Yeah, and I've been doing some gear and all that. Getting ready to go. Quest. We got so much to go. Let's go do the assignment.
Revelio.
Why don't we shortcut up there? Ooh. It just says enemies. Okay. Hang on. I may have broken anything. If we gotta do enemies, we may as well go to the Goblin Camp. And what does it say we have to do? Successfully avoid enemy attacks by dodging. Remember dodging? I can't remember dodging. Probably should have finished off all the quests in the castle. That's okay.
Wonder who lives here.
He's a bit wishy-washy. Real life time.
If you're here for my wares.
Let's go.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn. Potato! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Ah. Oh, there's a trader. See if these got anywhere. Oh, my little process.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
Ah, yeah. That's not bad. I might
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
Bullets. I'm okay for
Hope to
now.
see you again sometime.
Let's
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
you know dodge. Thank you. Are we getting the dodges on this? No. What's dodge? How the hell do we dodge? I've forgotten. Control. Ah. We're gonna... Ooh. Ouch. Right. Did that count? Yes. Ah, so on the...
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
I mean, we could cheat it. I don't... Actually... Ooh. Yes. Might be where we can do some dodging. Alright, let's go.
Eight legs is simply too many.
Yeah, definitely is. Although those are the regular size of spiders in Australia. So. What the heck? What is this?
I'm long for a bacon and mushroom stew.
Yeah, we're gonna burn you
An
guys.
encampment. This must be it.
I will make you pay.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Yeah, alright. Well, we're gonna attack the goblin encampment.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
What was that? Seems though I'm not alone. don't believe you can defeat her.
I won't rest until
How many of you are there?
Won't get away
Ow.
with that.
I've been fighting since before you were born. Easily diverted.
Leviosa! Incendio!
Enjoy your suffering, do you?
Your spells glance off of me.
Leviosa!
Ranrock will need us.
Incendio!
Is that the best you could do?
Yes!
That was pitiful. Wasn't it?
Incendio! That was quite something. Now, to free Arn's carts.
Grab everything here. Yeah.
Revelio! Levioso! Accio!
Alright.
Incendio!
Oh god. What have I done to the game?
Revelio!
Let me do those. Some sort of Merlin challenge here. Alright, hang on. Okay.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn.
Quite indeed. Oh god. This is bad.
Revelio!
I will have to do this.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Yeah, not this. Getting away from here. No. Wait. Let me read the cart. Also, did we complete my assignment? Yep. Let's go get my enchantment. Do, 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 do. And this in. Grab a little bit of.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
Get some challenges done. Oh look, it's cold. It's me. Yeah, running full tilt. I don't know if that's coming through on the stream. Doesn't look like it is.
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, On. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
It's like a place right out of...
How nice to see you, my friend.
Alright, let's head back to the castle. Defense against the dark arts. Has a little rest. Power back on.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Expelliarmus.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick.
Lumos!
But keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
Okay. There'll probably be new collectibles surrounding Expelliarmus. But let's go to the Forbidden Forest.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What's I trying yet? Okay. Here we go. Forbidden Forest. I thought we can have like friends coming along.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Protego!
You'll have to fight him, Benjamin.
Expelliarmus!
Yes, I want to buy
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
Okay. I kill a couple of poachers. We'll continue into the forest. Did anyone see that? I bloody well did. What?
It isn't Lord Fredwell's gun.
And in the clouds, this one! Coward!
No!
Levioso!
Yeah.
Not especially quiet.
Ah.
Let's play. My bite is
Accio!
my bone.
Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Well, let's throw the couples.
Revelio!
There is a lot of enemies around here. Anyway, you know what? We'll go through them.
Betting on the dragonfly.
Protego!
What have you done?
Yeah. Kick some butt. Nomad hat. Ah. Now just gonna sleep in Forbidden Forest. Because that's
Here
what
I
you
am,
do.
as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Just like a Gryffindor to brave the Forbidden Forest in pursuit of adventure.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say Intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Okay.
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for? Revelio!
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Okay. Let's continue into the Forbidden Forest.
Nothing to do now but keep going. Lumos.
For the Forbidden Forest, there is a lot of light. Alright.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
I'll take some shrooms. It's...
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Intramuros. That's... I could turn on the RTX, but yeah, I don't want the system.
Aren't you a little far from home?
That's not good.
Renrock knew you'd eventually
Do
lead
this.
us to whatever it is you're hiding.
There we go.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Jackdaw's tomb. Let's go check it out.
I wonder how big this place is. Revelio. Revelio.
Give him some money.
Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. Revelio. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh yeah, there's a chest in here. Let's do this.
I'm not gonna touch those. Leviosa. Potato. Leviosa. Accio.
Alright. Little thing.
Revelio.
Definitely getting the chest. Yeah. And change the appearance. It's 1.
Revelio.
My guess is this. And
That
backtrack.
platform ought to be able to float straight to me. Revelio. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Accio. Revelio. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Oh, break some leaves.
Revelio.
Gotta get some stars. Get some more moonstones.
Another puzzle. But if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
There we go. Ah.
Remarkable. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
In the long way around. Oh, let me search.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Revelio. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Accio.
actually. Let's have a look at here.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Incendio! Revelio.
Aha.
Incendio. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. Accio.
Just looting and looting.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. Accio. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Accio. Revelio. Accio. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough.
Let me check my inventory. We must be getting high on the gear slots. We still got a couple left, I think.
Of this cave. Revelio. Accio.
Oh, I didn't see.
Revelio.
What? Use the mini map. Looks like pretty good.
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete.
Yep.
More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackson. Incendio.
Yeah. I think Expelliarmus.
Incendio. Incendio. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jack came this way. Revelio.
Make sure we check every possible.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Oh yeah. There we go. Magical repair. Ooh, chat. Okay. Might go. Hopefully.
Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. There's Jackdaw looking dead as ever. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw.
That's Hogwarts?
Is there something beyond this room?
Yeah, something bad.
Protego! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus, so many brutes. Protego! Levioso! Accio!
Uh-oh. Hello, dude. Expelliarmus straight away.
Expelliarmus! Levioso!
Three more.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso!
That's it. You're all dead.
What? That's unnerving. What's happening? I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Yep. Going in. Ooh. Here we go.
Revelio. am I?
It looks maybe like.
Oh no! The room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this?
Okay.
I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here.
Nah. Now. Ah, there you go. Door's now open. With some.
What is this place?
I had.
Revelio.
That's the exit. Obviously. Ooh, cutscene. Amazing stuff. Portrait.
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Oh, that's really fun.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Talents. Ah. Okay. Still. Four. It's probably where. I got 15 talent points though. Yep, definitely want some healing. Might as well do some stealth. Oh, crap. Room for requirement. Okay, spells. Let's. What's that? That's right. I have to unlock one of those. Yes. Basic airborne. Yeah, healing. By we're all done. Eventually, we should level up that as well. I think. Can you unlock everything? I don't know. I got no idea, but we're gonna find out. My guess is yes.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was
I
before.
bet this is in the bloody castle. Find a hidden door. Yeah, I think I've been here before. Dungeon.
Revelio. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
I haven't got the unlock yet. Oh, righty then. I might see if I can. We've got a few side quests to do. Sorry. Enter the passageway behind the one-eyed statue. Let's go do this one.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the requirement
Revelio.
and meet me in my classroom.
Ooh. We're going. Let's go. When I was actually looking for collectibles, I always ended up in the Ravenclaw.
Revelio.
Yeah. I think this is the entrance to Ravenclaw House. I think I can get in access. I just don't know how. Let's go. Hogwarts, Hogwarts. Magical. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Already lined up.
Revelio. A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though. Accio.
Do I jump? No. Definitely not that. Let's see.
A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though.
Ah. Actually. Yeah. Actually, you down there. I need combat. Okay, so if I go 3.
Reparo.
General.
That seems to have done the trick.
Oh, I have not emptied out. Should have emptied out this. I'll go through. Get rid of light greens. Alright.
Revelio.
Let's take the elevator down. What else is elevators in this? Yeah.
This castle will never cease to surprise me. Incendio. I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here? Levioso. Incendio.
That's Levioso. I like how this is just it in Hogwarts.
Going to have to get past this.
It is a very magical place.
Levioso. Reparo. Levioso. Revelio.
Actually. I'll grab some.
Incendio. One more to go and I'll make it across. Reparo.
It's still burning. Wow.
Levioso. Something is getting in the way of that platform. Accio. Levioso. That did the trick. Revelio. This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate. Reparo. Lumos.
Yeah, that's it.
Incendio. Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Honeydukes. Let's see. Where do I end up?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
We go all the way to Hogsmeade? Yeah.
Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? Revelio. I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Yes. Give me some of that. Exploding bonbons. Love it.
Revelio.
Yeah. Whoa. Floating candy.
Revelio.
Get my walk. I think I'm gonna be having to capture Elsa. While we're here, we may as well sell some stuff.
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Well, hello there.
Why did you buy me
Come
a
in,
second
look
one?
around.
I
And if
hate
you've been
socks.
eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
I'd rather have no socks than be dancing like this.
You're not dancing, you're exercising.
Father, why is he dancing?
See? And you said the charms come out in the wash, but it
I've known
hasn't.
someone so dramatic, just like your father. Anyone would think you had an affliction.
Has he been cursed?
Oh, please, can't we take these socks back to Mr. Hill and get me some
When
normal
you pay
ones?
for your own socks, then you get to choose. Until then, you'll learn to be thrifty and behave. You're starting to cause a scene.
Papa, can we really wash charms out of
I
them?
suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
Yeah, we're looking like, yeah. I don't have discovered that.
Stop by whenever you're about.
How's my gear looking?
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Sell some more stuff. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna keep it there until we can
I
figure out.
suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Alright. Let's head back to the castle. Might be the closest.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Hello again. Were you able to...
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them! Incredible.
Happy to help. Here you go.
This is brilliant! Can't wait to get started. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whiz beer.
This will be funny. Ah, secret room. West. Flying class, that'll be good. Actually, what was... There was some competition I had to do. Some competition quest, and I'll go try and complete it if I can. Where is it? It got removed and replaced with Quidditch. Alright. Well, that is fine. It says, map portrays forest bridge candles, but I'm using that with the floating candles to find the treasure. We are going to have to ask about that one. Alright. Does this mean I'm gonna get a broom? Broomsticks and wisdom. Yeah, it's taking over.
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started.
Ooh, broom.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation.
This, I fear, some of you have forgotten.
Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up!
Right.
Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up, 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 you stupid ratty school broom!
Up.
Yeah.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
Alright, let's do some flying.
Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are
I think I'm getting the hang of
property.
this.
I want them returned in one piece. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Okay. Oops. Let's go.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Made it! Ah, did anyone else see that?
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as the first year. Whoa! Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Keep the speed up.
Aha! Brilliant!
Oh, well done! Have a moment?
Yeah. Ravenclaw.
Ah, I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Gryffindor like you might be interested in a high-flying adventure?
Yeah, okay.
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Ha! Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And Meowlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions.
Damn.
Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then?
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Something tells me we gotta go get ourselves a broom.
Potato!
Right, we gotta go get the recipe. We gotta go to Hogsmeade. Actually, what other quests do I have? Ghost Club. Where's our map? Excuse me. There is a quest here. We may as well pick it up and have a look.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Corridor as soon as you can. I
Try
have
and
an
get 3
idea for
hours.
somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
I saw what you did!
Also.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Willardsey, charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
What were the horrible stories you were told about the Forbidden Forest?
Oh, goodness, everything from students being mysteriously beheaded to terrifying spider dens. Ugh.
Yeah.
Trust me, you hear that at 11 years old, it sticks with you.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can
Let's do
usually
this.
find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Let's go. Ah, it's a joke. Why couldn't it be follow the butterfly? That's a Ron Weasley joke. Nice job there, game.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Oh, that's a Ron Weasley joke. Let's follow these butterflies and not get...
Levioso! There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies.
Let's see. Where are you going?
Well, well. Look what we have here.
Anyway, back to Hogsmeade. Oh. We've got 2 quests there. Let's pick up both of them. Then we'll go to the room for requirement. Oh no, pick up a broom, then room for requirement.
Sometimes it seems all roads
I want
lead
to
to
be able to fly
Hogsmeade.
everywhere.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Yes.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm
Very
glad
much.
you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Okay, there you go. There's a quest over here. There's a quest in there.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom?
Yeah,
Got a
why
few
not?
rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
Do you mind sharing more about your brooms?
I have a passion for them. Every detail of every model. Take Wind Wisps, well known for their quality ash handles. U-weavers are rare because some fear flying them, likely to do with the U-wand's darker reputation. Then you have the Ember Dash, known for its handsome appearance. Working with brooms every day makes me practically giddy. It's one of many reasons I cherish running this shop.
Yeah, what's
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals were overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Let's have a look.
What are we looking for today? That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Oh, you can buy more of them. Ah.
Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Yeah, okay.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Revelio. Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
It's like contagion. Now.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I like being on a room where I pretty much almost looks like I'm burning up. It's pretty good.
Hey you, Gryffindor.
Oh, hey, Gryffindor. Yeah.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You're not even Slytherin. Could be a useless squib for all I know.
Ooh,
Enough of this.
Loads of fighting words.
Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Gryffindor.
Alright, let's go.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
I got no idea where I'm going. But...
Did it? Made it. Brilliant.
Oh, there's the train station. He's in there yet.
Success.
No idea how long this course is, but stay on the engine. Ah. We obliterated her time. Obliterated it. Go suck a lemon.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Challenge accepted, then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
I know what you mean.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have you tap on barrels, though? That's the only thing that mystifies me.
Yes, but if you had a round
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Cold outside. They really shouldn't allow food. I never thought someone would ever best Imelda's time.
Ah, this is the challenge I'm after. Let's do this for a little bit.
Let's play Summoner's Court.
I knew you'd come round. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. All in the wrist.
Accio.
Lucky shot. Accio. Nothing to it.
Accio.
That was one for the ages. Accio. Try to beat that.
I just did.
I'll let you have that one. Well done. You beat me.
Boom!
Bit of good luck, that's all.
Come now, Leander. There's no need for that.
Fine, you're good. Better than I am, at least. I'll let the others know you're good enough to keep playing.
The others?
I lost 7 matches in a row to Samantha Dale. The others who play Summoner's Court thought that if you couldn't beat me, you wouldn't be enough of a challenge.
Chin up, Leander. Keep practicing and you'll get better.
I suppose you're right. I'll let the others know that your metal's been tested, and that you passed.
I just. Alright. Should I have a little map? See if there's any quests around. Spiderland. Ah. This place is huge. been met. And then we'll go Potions Master and grab some, what's it called? To make some potions.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
If I thought I could compete.
Some Quidditch.
Oh, you're back. With something to report, I hope?
Yes.
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Ray's must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Why would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to them.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Right. Flight test completed. Let's see. Now, I need to see... I need to go that way anyway.
Revelio certainly never
Assignment.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
First of all,
what can I do for you today?
Wow, that's expensive.
A wise decision.
You know what?
Thank you.
Grab the lot. You can sell some stuff.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Mr. Pip.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. But how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be happy to help with the delivery.
You've no idea how grateful I am, truly. Here are the invisibility potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Yeah, I can't wait till we can unlock all the locks. Good. By myself.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Let's make that number good. Hiking. Going up. That's it. That's the ceiling. Imagine trying to do this best. Ow.
Not sure how I'd fare in a...
Always late, that Pippin.
That was a quick
Madam Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
Well.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today?
Anything else? Yeah.
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Revelio.
Yeah, let's go have a look around here. Grab some.
What are you up to?
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Yep, Merlin trials.
I met a girl once.
I'll send back to them. Good. Tilted house. Oh.
Wonder who lives here. Revelio.
I forgot to go check that. It's locked up. Tilted house. There is a sack in there. I need some. Give me that sack. Yep. Got things to search.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Yep. Gonna. Oh, there's some dark arts in here. Spooky.
Revelio.
Beehive. Oh, that's some cool beehives. It's locked. Treasure, fed up? Treasure. Yeah, I don't particularly feel like flying, but all that way back and forward. Yep, let's go. Alright. Yeah, what's how much time have I been on this?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Might have to have a 2-hour one.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
No, I'm here to deliver.
I delivered the potions to Fatima Lawang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
Nothing to worry about. I handled it.
Glad to hear it. And thank you again for your help.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Pippin.
Likewise. Worth every bit of that delivery fee to have someone capable deal with that witch.
Best of luck with your potions, Mr. Pippin.
Do take care.
Right.
Protego!
So I want to check. I want to check my quest for this. Alright, so he needs acquire and use the focus potion. Acquire Maxima and Doris. Let's use them simultaneously. Let me check. Inventory. Visible. Thunderbird. Focus. What potions? What was it? You want it again? Need to use Maxima and is it in battle? If it's in battle, that's got it. Acquire and use a focus potion. Acquire and use okay. Let's go full speed. Uh-oh. How many focus potions?
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
I have some maximum. Take 2.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
This time. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, buddy. Alright. Yeah.
Excellent. Protego!
Oh, I just... person. Did that actually finish the quest? Yep. Let's go do his class. And then we'll figure out Ghost and Love. Beast supply shop. That'd be interesting. And map. Take you to Hogwarts. No. Maybe it's a central hall. And yeah, we'll go for another 20 minutes, then we'll call it a night. We're going to potion.
No better feeling.
Going to. We gotta make some more maximum.
When Professor Sharp is so
How are your assignments coming along?
Well, that I want to talk about.
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Yes.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander.
All right, let's go. Oh, now. Also.
You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here.
And...
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined.
Revelio. Depulso.
Still at it, I see. Well, repetition can be an excellent teacher.
Ah. Thanks, dude.
How nice to see you, my young.
Let's go. Room for requirement, please. Nice. Secret hidden room.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
The room for requirement.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Room for requirement. We're gonna empty this place.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student
Revelio.
might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Oh wow. Alright, let's try and not screw this one up.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco. Those chairs. Excellent work.
Lumos.
You'll note that you are now in possession of Moon.
Revelio.
We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
What I'm going to do is pick up this.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep
Revelio.
it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Revelio. Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them!
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
And falls to pieces.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? Revelio. What was that? Was that a golden stitch?
Wait.
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Convulso!
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Nothing else in there? Nope. Probably cheated that one. Alright, let's continue. Room requirement. Really big. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Belly,
Accio.
Yeah.
I hope that house elf can find us again.
Got some light here. Oh look, there's the house elf. There he is. Hey buddy. What's happening?
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deek, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deek has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deek. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deek, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deek's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Alright, let's see how it goes.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Okay. Identify gear. Ooh. And clothes. But we need to earn some money.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
There's so many spells.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Okay. I got purchase stones and scrolls. We'll do. Let's rotate. Under. Aha. Two of them. Okay.
these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
Yeah, let's get some. What else we got? Yeah, I already got one of those. I got tables. Oh my god. Jack-o'-lanterns and a Christmas tree.
Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I don't think I can do another 30 minutes. I'll go to 1:30.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
Okay.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone.
Got heaps.
You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Professor, I have some questions about conjuration.
Yes?
Actually, I don't think I have any questions.
I'm here if you do.
Oh. Put some painting in.
Shall we move on?
That's kind of cool.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Okay.
Just aim your wand. Any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
I have some questions about alteration, Professor.
Okay.
Yes?
No.
Thank you, Professor. I have no more questions.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
Revelio. Revelio.
We need to get to the quest book. Or is she asking us to do? Interior decorating. Adjust the size of an item. That.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Okay, Deke, show me what
Professor
you got.
Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Cool.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
If I continue on, I think I'm going to collapse. I've got to be out. Let's have a look. Let's go start brewing some potions. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it in the room for quite a minute now. Man, but, you know, doing the lawns, partying, stuff like that. I know, yeah, 30 minutes of me having to figure out how to get this all working again. Yeah, so, guys, YouTube, enjoy the video, and Twitch, and if you guys are watching, yeah. Alright, YouTube, I will catch you in the next video.